Forget everything you've been told about grand romantic gestures. It's not about the number of bouquets you purchase, the endless stream of good morning messages you send, or how much you twist yourself into a pretzel, trying to cater to her every whim. Most guys pour their energy into that playbook, and frankly, it's a losing game. The reality is, a woman's genuine, deep-seated love is sparked by only two fundamental triggers. Just two. Once you grasp these, the entire dynamic shifts. You'll stop the endless pursuit, you'll quit the guesswork, and you'll begin to move through the world with the quiet confidence of a man who is chosen, not a man who has to plead for a spot in her life. Now let's be clear why this is so critical. Countless men invest years of their lives into relationships, giving everything they have, only to have the devastating realization that she was never truly in love with them. Sure, she might have appreciated the convenience, the constant validation, or the comfortable lifestyle you provided, but her heart was never truly on the line. A one-sided relationship like that is a slow poison. It will silently drain your ambition, your time, and your self-worth. This video isn't about criticizing women. It's about empowering you. It's about shielding you from the heartache of investing in an illusion and giving you the insight to recognize what truly captures a woman's heart and mind. I'm about to break down the two core pillars that make a woman fall deeply and truly in love. And I can assure you, when this clicks, your perspective will change forever. You will finally understand why some women commit with their entire being, while others can detach and disappear as if you never existed. And here's the most important part. Most men have this equation completely flipped. They chase the superficial, invest in the wrong things, and then stand there confused when her interest fades. By the time this video is over, you won't just understand the two real reasons women fall in love. You'll know how to become the man she is genuinely afraid to lose. Stick with me, because your understanding of attraction is about to get a serious upgrade. Let's dive in. The first reason a woman falls in love with you has nothing to do with what you give her, but everything to do with the world you've built for yourself. Let's call it your internal kingdom. Many men operate under the false assumption that women are primarily drawn to external assets, your income, your physical appearance, or your social status. While those things can certainly open doors and get you noticed, attention is fleeting. It's not the same as genuine attraction, and it is a universe away from real love. Here is the unvarnished truth. What makes a woman commit her heart to you is the strength of your character, and the very core of that is your emotional center of gravity. Let's unpack that. A lot of guys get this wrong by mistaking confidence for arrogance, or confusing true masculinity with posturing and aggression. They believe being the man means being the loudest in the room, flashing material possessions, or needing to control every outcome. And for a short time, a woman might entertain that act. But it's not what makes her feel safe enough to stay. What a woman's soul truly yearns for is a man who is an anchor in a storm. A man who doesn't crumble when faced with uncertainty. A man whose entire sense of self isn't shattered because she takes a few hours to reply to a text. Take a moment for some honest self-reflection. How often have you let a small issue spiral into a major emotional reaction? Perhaps she seemed a bit distant for an evening, and your mind immediately jumped to the worst-case scenario, leading you to flood her phone with anxious messages, convinced you were on the verge of losing her. Or maybe she casually mentioned a male coworker, and instead of remaining cool and unbothered, you became irritable, started making passive-aggressive comments, or tried to pick a fight. Let me explain precisely why that behavior is a powerful attraction killer. When you lose your emotional composure, you shatter her trust in your strength. In that moment, she no longer feels emotionally secure with you. And a fundamental law of nature is that a woman will never give her love to a man she cannot trust to be her rock. Now, let's imagine a different reality. Picture yourself as the man who remains steady when life introduces a little turbulence. She's having a bad day and is emotionally volatile. You remain a calm, listening ear. A plan goes awry. You focus on finding a new path forward instead of complaining or panicking. She subtly prods you with a challenging question or a test of your patience. You meet it with a playful smile and unwavering composure, not with defensiveness or anger. That is the man she can rely on. That is the man who makes her feel protected and secure. And that feeling of security is the fertile ground where attraction blossoms into love. Here's the trap most men fall into. They place the woman at the absolute center of their universe, demoting themselves and their own life's purpose to a distant second place. They start their day thinking about her approval, not about their mission. They waste hours analyzing her online activity instead of building their empire. They become addicted to her validation, instead of finding validation in their own growth and achievements. And then they're baffled as to why she doesn't seem to respect them. Let me spell it out. On a primal level, women are wired to understand that a man without a clear direction is a man who cannot lead. And if she cannot look up to you with respect, she will never be able to fall in love with you. So what's the solution? It's straightforward in principle, but challenging in practice. Stop making a woman your primary objective. Start forging yourself into a man with a clear, unwavering purpose. Cultivate a life that is so engaging and fulfilling that it brings you joy, whether she is in it or not. When your life is driven by your goals, a profound transformation occurs. Your confidence is no longer an act you have to put on. It becomes an authentic byproduct of knowing your path. Your leadership qualities emerge naturally because you are already the leader of your own life. Even your sense of humor sharpens because you are no longer operating from a place of deep-seated anxiety about her opinion of you. And that, right there, is why your character, your internal kingdom, is the bedrock of it all. It's not about memorizing clever lines or wearing the most expensive clothes. It is about the powerful, calm energy you radiate and the determined direction in which you are headed. So I'll ask you this. If a woman were to enter your life today, would she feel like she's in the presence of a man on a mission? Or would she feel like she just met another guy, desperately seeking her approval? The answer to that question will determine if she gives you a moment of her time or a lifetime of her love. Now hold on, because the second reason women fall in love is a concept that almost no one talks about. And when combined with the first, it creates an unbreakable bond. Let's explore the hidden force that cements her love for you. This is something that most men are completely oblivious to, and is arguably one of the most significant factors in why a woman's feelings for you deepen over time. It's not just about who you are as a man, it's about the degree to which she actively contributes to your life. I'm not referring to financial contributions. I am talking about her investment of time, her emotional energy, and her effort. Because this taps into a powerful psychological principle. We place the highest value on that which we have worked for. Consider this for a moment. Imagine you're given a free, generic t-shirt at an event. You wear it, maybe spill something on it, and if it gets a hole, you toss it without a second thought. There was no investment, so there is no attachment. But what about a jacket that you researched for weeks, saved up for, and finally purchased with your own hard-earned money? You would treat it with care. You'd protect it from the rain. It means more to you because you invested in it. Human relationships follow this exact same pattern. If a woman has put minimal effort into the connection with you, she can detach and walk away without feeling any significant loss. But if she has invested her emotions, her time, and her energy into you and the relationship, leaving you would feel like tearing away a part of herself. Now here is where so many well-intentioned men go wrong. They take on all the work, they do 100% of the investing, while she does little to nothing. You are the one always initiating contact. You're meticulously planning every single outing. You're buying her things to win her affection. You're the one constantly rearranging your life to fit her schedule. All she has to do is grace you with her presence when she feels like it. What happens in that dynamic? She simply cannot value you in the same way because she has made no real sacrifices for you. When she hasn't invested, her emotional connection to you will remain shallow. This is the very reason why so many good guys end up with a broken heart. They mistakenly believe that a woman's presence is the same as her investment. So how do you change this dynamic? It's simple. You must create opportunities for her to invest in you. You stop trying to carry the entire weight of the relationship on your back. You allow her to contribute. You let her put in effort. This could be something as small as letting her plan your next date, or her reaching out to see how your important project is going. It's her offering to help you with something without being asked. It's her choosing to show up for you when you've had a tough day. It's her making the first call. These actions might seem insignificant on their own, but each one is a thread she is weaving into the tapestry of your connection, strengthening her emotional bond to you. Let's paint a picture with two different men. Man A does everything for the woman he is dating. He drops his friends at a moment's notice for her, spends his last dollar trying to impress her, and constantly seeks her validation. She never has to wonder or work for his attention, because he provides the effort of two people. Man B, in contrast, is dedicated to his life's purpose. He cherishes the woman he is with, but he does not abandon his own ambitions for her. When they are together, it is a meeting of two whole individuals. She understands that to be in his life, she needs to contribute, to show up, to invest her own energy. Now be honest. Which of these two men will she respect more? Which one is she more likely to fall deeply in love with? The answer is obvious. It's Man B. Because she is an active participant in building the relationship with him, not just a passive recipient of his efforts. And here's the most profound part of this. When a woman invests in you, she isn't just demonstrating her interest. She is actively reprogramming her own mind. She is creating neural pathways that link her feelings of effort, care, and time directly to you. That is the mechanism that transforms casual liking into profound love. So ask yourself this question. Are you creating a space where a woman can invest in you, or are you desperately trying to purchase her affection with your own relentless effort? Are you allowing her to build her side of the bridge? Or are you wearing yourself out, trying to build the entire thing alone? Because the simple truth is this. A woman who has invested very little in you can leave at any moment without a second thought. But a woman who has built with you, sacrificed for you, and poured her own precious energy into you, that is the woman who will see you as irreplaceable. And when you combine this principle of mutual investment with the first pillar, your unshakable personality and emotional stability, you create a relationship foundation so solid that most men can only dream of it. The interplay between these two forces is what separates the man she temporarily dates from the man she dedicates her life to.